Hello everyone, I'm Lydia, and today I'm going to react to a video of a very talented sewer who has hacked my bubble frock pattern. This is my bubble frock pattern too. This is also a hack that you can follow along with. It has the shirring at the back, it has sleeves added, and it's super comfortable, pregnancy friendly as well, expandable. But this creator that I'm going to react to has utilized a striped fabric and made just the most gorgeous dress that I would love to make at some point. So let's react to her tutorial. So this is Good Thread Studio, that's her handle, and this is her one and only like long format video. So I am pretty flattered right now.
Hi everyone, this is Felicity from Good Thread Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to hack the Lydia Naomi bubble frock pattern into this top, or also the dress version. This is one of my most favorite sewing patterns of all time.
Oh my goodness.
And I've really personalized this version to make it my own. So let's get started.
I'm so flattered.
So in this version of the bubble frock, I omitted the scallop edging and I made the straps wider. I love doing this hack in a striped pattern because you can alternate between the horizontal and vertical stripes.
It's so gorgeous. Like,
this hack also has a really interesting back. It has two straps instead of a single strap on the shoulder.
Like, why did I not come up with that at first? Like like seriously.
I've tied them at the back, but you can also tie them at the top of the shoulder. Finally, it has this really beautiful crisscross corset style back with elasticized bottom on the skirt panel. So this means there are no buttons or zips required, and you can easily pull on this top and adjust it to your body measurements. So let's get started on cutting out the fabric. So first you're going to cut out the front top bust panel. If you're using a stripe pattern, I like to cut this so the stripes are going horizontal across the body. Now you'll want to cut out the front bottom bust panel, and I like to cut this with the vertical stripes.
I noticed that she has already block fused her fabric, which means you take a big piece of fabric and then you fuse the whole piece, then you cut it out. That is a tip in my original tutorial, and it's so much easier, basically. I really want to like shop for striped fabric now because I just really want to do this. I think this video quality is also really, really beautiful. Really, really good. I love the natural lighting.
Next, you'll need to make some adjustments to the back bust panel piece to reduce the width. I simply folded the pattern where the grey line arrow is to reduce the width of the pattern to make room for the corset style back. Then you'll cut this pattern piece so that the stripes run vertical. This is likely to be as originally designed with the grey line arrow parallel to the selvage. So now we'll cut the back and front skirt pieces. So I'm just using up to the top section here. So what's important to note for this hack is that the back skirt piece has to be 2 centimeters longer than the front skirt piece. This is to make room for the elastic channel that finishes the back.
Oh.
Now looking at the straps. So as mentioned before, you will need 2 straps instead of 1 at the shoulder. And you'll also need 3 corset loops on each side, as well as a long strap to tie the corset.
It's just so intricate and beautiful. Like, I just love that. And she is clearly a really good sewer. Like, look how neat her sewing is.
The corset strap feeds through the loops on each side to create a crisscross style back. So here I've included all the measurements for the 4 shoulder straps, the 1 corset back strap, and the 6 corset back loops. So you can copy these if you like. They will be pretty universal because I've made the straps really long so that you can adjust them to your body shape.
I think it's so pretty that the straps are like horizontal lines instead of the vertical. Like that's really a nice touch, because you would usually do it maybe along the grain line, and it's kind of more intuitive, I suppose, to do it with the lines. But this is just, it's just another reason why this dress is so beautiful, because the intricate details like this.
Welcome to also test that length across your body to see if that works for you. You might also like a shorter or longer style of strap depending on the look that you're going for. The corset back loops and corset strap are prepared very similarly to how you would prepare bias binding. So you iron in 1 centimeter at each side.
That's what I love to do. Any like thin strap, I tend to just fold it like bias binding and then, you know, sew it. Instead of sewing it inside out and then turning it out, because it's always so annoying to turn it out. So yeah, but this looks really nice.
So now you have all your strap pieces. I put the measurements here again in case you need to reference them. So that's 4 shoulder straps, 1 corset back strap, and 6 corset back loops. So as in the original pattern, you'll want to apply fusible interfacing to the bodice shell and the bodice lining. This adds the beautiful structure to the piece, so I definitely recommend not skipping this step.
I actually skipped it with this just because I wanted to show you how it turned out. And mainly I would always say fuse it, like especially if you're making the original with the zipper, or if it's something that's basically, when you have the zipper, it's set, like that width is set, and if you're using cotton, it will stretch out over time, or it can stretch over time, and you could have a gaping neckline, it will be bigger, kind of looser hanging off you. So that's why I recommend the fusible interfacing. It adds structure. It also, I find, like, you don't have to wear a bra with it if you put the fusible interfacing in, because it becomes more like a structured bra type fit. So yeah, but for this one, it has a faux shirring, and that's like a stretchy aspect, and so it like will pull back and cinch in. I don't have to worry as much about it being like a stationary zipper, and then the width is set. This is like expandable, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna go without fusible interfacing on this one, just to show you guys as well. And for this too, like, it's not a stretchy back, although it is an adjustable back. You could get away without the fusible interfacing on this one, but it is a little bit neater with the fusible interfacing. Okay, let's go. So she also eliminated the bubbles or the scallops. The scallops, definitely, they're a vibe, and they do take some time. So skipping them does cut down your time, but it's just about what kind of look you want. And I think that without the scallops, this is really pretty. I think it could be really pretty with it too, but I'm good with both. I've made bubble frocks without scallops.
And finally, you'll want to attach the 3 corset loops to each side. So I do this by measuring where the center is and putting one of the loops here, and then accounting for the seam allowance, I'll measure 1 centimeter down from the top and bottom.
Because this pattern, most of my patterns are 1/2 inch. For some reason, I decided on 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance for this pattern. I don't really know why, but it's an easy conversion for those who like to use centimeters. So yeah.
Side and top. At this stage, I'll leave the bottom open just because I want to be able to do some understitching across the top of the top.
Beautiful.
So understitching is where we sew the seam allowance to the lining side. This just makes sure that the top is really nice and neat and doesn't roll over from the inside. So this is just a fine, about 3 millimeters from the edge, and make sure this is done on the lining side.
Oh man, I really want to make this in like maybe like a pink No, something more muted. I always do super bright colors,
colors.
and then I don't end up wearing them as much because I'm like, I'm so bright. But I just love bright colors. I don't know.
To like to sew a tag on.
Oh my goodness, I need to get tags. Why do I not have
tags?
tags?
Make a 3 machine, and you can check out my Instagram for this mini tutorial as well.
Cute. Okay, the skirt gathering, that's the interesting
This
part.
front skirt piece, you want to make sure that the gathering lines up to the width of the front bust panel piece.
Right.
Now back to the back skirt panel. Remember, you'll need this to be 2 centimeters longer than the front skirt panel. This is because we're creating an elastic channel. You'll do this by ironing down 1 centimeter, then ironing this down another 1 centimeter. Now pick a piece of elastic that's width is short enough to fit in this elastic channel.
1/4 inch elastic or 6 millimeters.
Channel. Now measure out a piece of elastic that suits your back measurement. So I cut out 31 centimeters in length, and my waist measurement is 72 centimeters in total. You can always adjust this later once you sew that piece of elastic in, and you can hold it up against your...
Yeah, she divided 72 in half and then took away 5 centimeters.
Using a safety pin, you'll pull the elastic through and sew down one edge using a zigzag stitch. Now that one edge is sewed down, you can pull that safety pin through the remainder of the elastic channel, and you can see that this creates a really nice gathering effect. Now you'll want to sew the side seams of your back and front skirt panel together.
So you sew side seams together, and then you sew and overlock it.
Now you'll use an overlocker or zigzag stitch to finish that raw hem and press that seam so that it sits nicely. I like to press the overlocked edge so it's towards the back of the top of the dress. Now, returning to the bodice piece, you want to flip out that raw edge. This is to prepare it to attach the front skirt piece to the front bodice.
Okay. Then you overlock that. Okay, that makes sense. I'm getting it. I'm getting where we're going with this.
So now the bodice is attached to the skirt panel, and you can fold this right side out and see what your top looks like. So now you can try the top on and see how you like the length. If you do like the length, you can simply hem the top as you normally would. However, I wanted 10 centimeters extra in length, and I also wanted another alternating stripe bottom panel. So I cut out 2 rectangles to create this. It's almost like a second tier.
Gorgeous.
So 114 centimeters in width. So this is the exact same measurement as the bottom of the top panel. That is all done, and you have a beautiful hacked bubble frock top. So stay tuned for the dress version.
Oh
so
my
where
goodness.
the top ends at the horizontal panel at the bottom, you can see I've had the same panel here on the dress. Horizontal panel in between another tier. I've chosen to just make one more tier on this dress, just because that's how much fabric I had. This rectangle panel, these 2 rectangular panels, are about 1.5 times this panel. So that's just to give a bit more volume. You can add even more volume if you want a more dramatic effect. And you can add multiple tiers, either by timesing them by 1.5 to 2, depending on the amount of volume you want. So the dress is finished off with another horizontal panel at the very bottom.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Here, and hemmed just like you would the top. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial. Make sure you
Loved
hashtag
it.
Threads Bubble Frock hack. I'd love to see all your creations. This is the 4th.
I need to follow those hashtags. Seriously, and so do you.
So absolutely love this pattern, and make sure you go out and try it.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I would just say like amazing, detailed. It shows you all the detail. It is up to my standard because I love showing you all the detail of what's going on. Go watch the full video. Like, I just showed you bits and bobs of this, but like, oh my goodness, make this dress. Tag me too so I can see it, sister. Thank you so much, Felicity, for doing this and sharing your knowledge and this hack with people. I hope that I have time to make this at some point because I think it's so pretty and it's like such a statement piece to have in your wardrobe. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, like it, subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye!